KCET 2026 aspirants, imagine a scenario where you are working with full dedication, with full hard work for months for this KCET 2026 examination. But at the end, in the last moment, you suddenly realize that you are not eligible for this examination. Imagine how breaking would that be, right? And I don't want any of the students to go through that pain. So in this video, I will be talking about detailed eligibility criteria for this examination. I'll be breaking down all the clauses. There are almost 12 to 14 clauses. Each and every clause I will explain you. So students, it is very important to understand the eligibility criteria for examination before starting its preparation, that you should know whether you actually meet the criteria or not, right? So that is why in this video we are going to discuss that. Please watch till the end, because each and every single minute detail can decide whether you can sit in KCET or not. Okay, so let's start here. First of all, we have some basic, I can say, criteria that all of you should meet. The first thing is all of you who are writing this examination must be a citizen of India. Okay, this is something basic requirement, and almost all the examinations have this eligibility. Second, one of the following conditions specified by the clause and referred by a clause. So there will be one specific condition that you must be following, and that is what called as clauses. So I will be discussing all the clauses and we'll know that. Second, have to submit the documents for the claimed cause. So if you are claiming any clause, there are a clause A, clause B, clause C, like that. So whichever clause you are claiming, for that you need to have the documents, then only you will be eligible. Okay, next we have documents. If you do not submit, you will be disqualified. So even though you are a citizen of India, you are satisfying all the clauses, but you are not able to submit the documents for that, then also you will not be eligible. Next, if you have the caste certificate, caste income certificate, or income certificate, whatever, should be in the name of the candidates only. So whatever your documents you are submitting here, those documents should be in your name, not your parents' name, not your grandfather's name, nothing. It should be on your name, then only you will be eligible. Next, annual income, if it is less than 8 lakhs, income certificate from the concerned tehsildar, and enter the RD number of the income certificate to claim free exemption or become eligible for SNQ. So there is a different quota for SNQ. If your income annual income is less than 8 lakh, then this income certificate must be from the tehsildar. Okay, so these are some basic rules, but most important thing is this one, and documents. Okay, so now it is very important to understand you belong to which clause. Okay, so I'll be talking about each and every clause. You have to just see what are the criteria you are meeting, and after that you have to comment me down that you belong to which clause. Okay, let's start with the first clause, that is clause A. So what is the condition for clause A? The candidate should have studied and passed in one or the more government or government recognized educational institutions located in the state of Karnataka for a minimum period of 7 academic years, commencing from 1st standard to 2nd PUC 12th standard, as on 1st of July in the year in which the entrance test is held, and must have appeared and passed either SSLC and standard or 2nd PUC or 12th standard examination from the Karnataka state. Okay, in case the candidate who had taken more than 1 year to pass a class or standard, years of academic year will be counted as 1 year only. So now please understand this one, again very important. The candidate should have passed or studied in one or more government or government recognized educational institutions. Okay, you should have completed your schooling in either any government college of Karnataka or any college that is recognized by government. Okay, and how many years you should have? For a minimum period of 7 years. Okay, 7 years is very important. At least you should have studied 7 years, and in that 7 years, what is mandatory? In that 7 years, you should have either 10th standard, SSLC, or 12th or 12th standard, any one of these or both, whatever it is. But this, if you are just studying from 1 to 7, okay, then you will not be eligible, because your 10th and 12th is not from Karnataka schools, right? So you should have the 7 years of study. It doesn't have to be consecutively 7 years. There has to be 7 years, and in that 7 years, either you should have 10th, 12th, or both. I hope this is very clear. Next, Next is if you have taken more than 1 year, for example, somehow you were ill and you could not qualify your class 9th in one go. You have taken 2 attempts to qualify that class. So in that case, it will be counted as 1 year only. Okay, so one class is counted as 1 year. That's the first clause A students. Okay, I think many of you will be belonging to clause A, but yes, if you belong, just do comment me down. Let's see now clause B. So the candidate should, just a minute, yes, the candidate should have studied and passed either first or second year of pre-university examination or 11th and 12th standard examination within the state of Karnataka from an educational institution run or recognized by the state government, and that either of the parents should have studied in Karnataka for a minimum period of 7 years. Okay, this is the second criteria. Suppose you have not studied 7 years in Karnataka, okay, but you have studied either 11th or 12th in Karnataka, okay, either passed either first and second year, okay. Studied and passed either first and second year pre-university or 11th and 12th standard examination within the state of Karnataka. So that means you have not studied 7 years, but your 11th and 12th is from Karnataka, or first PUC and second PUC is from Karnataka. In that case, if any of your parent has studied for 7 years in Karnataka, then also you are eligible for KCET 2026 examination. Okay, and this in the parents minimum period of 7 years, it can be any 7 years, means it is not mentioned. Like if you remember, if a student is completing 7 years, in that 7 years either 10th or 12th has to be there, but in parents 7 minimum period years, there is no such mention that it has to be 10th or 12th has to be there. So any class 7 years, if it is there from either of the parent, that will work. Okay, moving to clause number 6. The candidate and either of the parents' mother tongue should be Kannada, Tulu, Kodava or Beri, and either of the parents was domiciled in the state of Karnataka. Such candidates should have passed the qualifying examination from a university or board or any other institution located outside Karnataka and should be residing outside the state of Karnataka as of 1st May 2025. So this is the eligibility criteria for 2025 document. So that is why the date is like this, but it will remain same in 2026 also, provided that the candidate shall undergo a Kannada language test conducted by KEA. Now see, if the candidates itself and the either of the parents' mother tongue, the candidate and the either of the parents' mother tongue should be Kannada, Tulu, Kodava and Beri, and either of the parent was domiciled in the state of Karnataka. So for example, you have not studied your 11th and 12th in Karnataka, or your parents are not have studied 7 years in Karnataka, then also you will be eligible if your mother tongue is either Kannada, Tulu, Kodava or Beri, and either of your parent was domiciled some time ago, some years ago, they stayed in Karnataka, they had a domicile of Karnataka, then also you are eligible. Okay, such, and the thing is, you should have passed your examination from a university or board or any other institution located outside Karnataka and should be residing outside the state of Karnataka. So that means you are not staying in Karnataka, but your domicile of your parents some time ago was in Karnataka, then also you are eligible. But here what is important, you have to write a language test also. KEA also conducted one Kannada test, so you have to write that test. If you pass that, then only your other marks will be counted. So you have to be writing that Kannada test. Okay, moving to clause D now. Okay, clause D is what? A candidate whose mother tongue is Kannada, Tulu, Kodava or Beri should have resided and studied for a period of 7 years between 1st and 12th in disputed Kannada speaking area of South Solapur or Akalkot or Jat or Gandhiglaj taluks of Maharashtra state, or Kasargod or Hosadurga or Manjeshwar taluks of Kerala state, provided that the candidate shall undertake a Kannada language test. So if your mother tongue is Kannada, Tulu, Kodava or Beri, and if you have resided and studied for 7 years in these regions, that is disputed Kannada speaking area, if you are resided in these years and you have studied for 7 years in these areas, then you are eligible and you should also be writing the Kannada test. Okay, moving to clause E now. in case of a candidate who is son or daughter of a defense personnel who has worked continuously in Karnataka for a minimum period of 1 year in Karnataka during the 2-year period of study of candidates in PUC 11th or 12th standard course. Okay, so if you are a son or daughter of a defense personnel and you have studied your 11th and 12th in Karnataka, and at that time if your parent have served in the Karnataka for at least 1 year, then also you are eligible. The candidate should have studied and passed the qualifying examination from any government or government recognized institutions located in the state of Karnataka. Okay, so any government institutions is fine, so you should have studied 2 years. Okay, and if your parents are not having any domicile or they are not having 7 years, if that is also fine, but if they have served in Karnataka for 1 year as a defense personnel, if they have served, then also you are eligible. Okay, in that 2 years of your study, your parent must have served the state. Next, moving to clause F. Okay, son or daughter serving defense personnel from Karnataka who at the time of joining the defense service had declared his or hometown a place in the state of Karnataka. Proof of such domicile should be obtained and submitted by obtaining the extract from the AG's branch, that is Army Headquarter, respective branch of Integrated HQ of Ministry of Defense for officers and respective record officers for JCOs and OR. Further, the candidate should have passed the qualifying examination from the university of board or any other institutions located in India. Now this is a different case. Suppose your parent have any time served in Karnataka in the defense personnel and they have claimed that their domicile is in Karnataka, then also you are eligible. The domicile certificate has to be obtained from these places and they are then eligible. And other institutions, if you are studying somewhere outside location but your parent have some time worked in Karnataka as a defense personnel, they have claimed their domicile is of Karnataka, then definitely you are also eligible. Okay, next, moving to clause Z. In the case of candidate who is a son or daughter of a defense personnel who had served in the Karnataka for at least 1 year and is posted to the disturbed areas of Jammu and Kashmir or Northeast and whose family is permitted by defense authorities to continue to stay in Karnataka. Such candidates should have studied and passed the qualifying examination from any government or government recognized institutions located in Karnataka. So if your parents have served in the defense personnel and they have worked in these disputed areas like Jammu and Kashmir and Northeast, and you as his family is allowed to study or reside in Karnataka from the defense authorities, then also you are eligible and you should have passed your 12th examination from any government recognized or any institutions located in Karnataka. Okay, then you are eligible. Next, clause H. The son or daughter of an ex-serviceman who at the time of joining the defense service had declared the place in Karnataka as his hometown, proof of such domicile should be obtained from the Deputy Director, Department of Sainik Welfare and Resettlement of that district, and the same should countersigned by the Director, Department of Sainik Welfare and Resettlement. Further, the candidate should have passed the qualifying examination from a university or board or any other institution located anywhere in India. So what is there? If your parents are an ex-serviceman, okay, but they have declared their hometown as any place in Karnataka and this certificate, if it is available, then also you are eligible, but you should be qualifying your 12th examination from any board or any college located anywhere in India. Okay, it is not has to be in Karnataka. Anywhere, if you have completed your 12th from any government recognized or any institution in India and your parents were ex-servicemen of Karnataka defense, then also you are eligible. Okay. Next, we'll move to clause I. In case of a candidate being a son or daughter of an employee of the union government or an employee of the union or Karnataka state government undertaking or joint sector undertaking who is liable to transfer anywhere in India as per the terms and conditions of his employment and has worked in Karnataka for a minimum period of 1 year in Karnataka during the 2-year period of study of the candidate's PUC 11th and 12th course, and such candidate has studied and passed the qualifying examination from any institute in the state of Karnataka. So if your parent is a government employee, whether it is central government or it is a state government, but they have worked at least 1 year in Karnataka and that 1 year should be in the period where you have studied your 11th and 12th in Karnataka. So you have studied your 11th and 12th in Karnataka, and at that time your parents have served, your parent is an employee of central government or state government and they have served Karnataka in any way, then also you are eligible. Okay, but your first and second year must be from Karnataka. Next, clause J, son or daughter of working or retired employment of the union government or employee of union or Karnataka state government undertaking or joint sector undertaking where such employee had declared to the employer at the time of joining service any place in Karnataka to be his hometown, had studied in any government or government recognized educational institutions located in Karnataka for a minimum period of 7 years, and was or is liable to be transferred anywhere in India as per the terms and conditions of his employment. So if you are a son or daughter of a working or retired employment of union government or the state government, and then if your parent have told that their domicile is in Karnataka, their hometown is in Karnataka, they have studied 7 years and they are also now they can be transferred to anywhere due to the working conditions and terms. So in that case also you are eligible. Further, the candidate should have passed the qualifying examination from anywhere in India. Okay, so you might have done your 12th in anywhere in India, but if your parents have served in the Karnataka state government or union government and they have told that Karnataka is their hometown, they have given proof for that, then you are definitely eligible. Next, moving to the clause K, son or daughter of members of parliament elected from Karnataka. Okay, further the candidate should have passed the qualifying examination from anywhere in India. So if your parents are members of parliament and you have done your 12th anywhere, then also you are eligible. Okay, members of parliament elected from Karnataka. Now we will go to clause L, son or daughter of serving or retired employment belonging to All India Service of Karnataka cadre. Okay, so if your parents have served in All India Service of Karnataka or of the Karnataka state government who has served or is serving outside the state of Karnataka during the period corresponding to the candidate's study outside the state from first standard to the second PUC or 12th standard examination can be added to make up the 7 years of study within Karnataka as required for the clause A and clause A above. Okay, so this is also very important. So if you are the son or daughter of a retired employee, okay, who has served, who belongs to All India Service of Cadre or from the Karnataka state government, and he has served or is serving outside the state of Karnataka during the period corresponding to candidate study. So if you are studying in some different state but your parents are working at that time, and they can, that means if you have studied in some other state, the 7 years there can be calculated using the clause A also. Okay, if your parent are a part of Karnataka cadre or All India Service of Karnataka or Karnataka state government employee. Okay, next we have clause M. So allotment of seat is subjected to government directions for clause M. Son or daughter of Jammu and Kashmir migrants, proof of such migration or identity card should be obtained from jurisdictional district magistrate and deputy commissioner of any state in India. Okay, so if you are son or daughter of Jammu and Kashmir migrants, then definitely you can be also eligible, but you have to provide this certificate. Next, clause N, that is the candidates who have studied 10 full academic years in Kannada medium for 1st to 10th standard in places outside the state of Karnataka and should have studied and passed the qualifying examination from any government or government educational institution, provided such candidates need not appear the Kannada language test conducted by KEA. So if your 1st to 10th is in Kannada medium, in any other state you have taken Kannada medium and you have studied, then also you are eligible, and you have studied outside Karnataka, and the qualifying examination also you should have passed from any other government or government recognized institutions, and you, for those students who have studied in Kannada medium, the Kannada language test is not required. Okay, then we'll move to clause number O, that is son or daughter of working or retired employee in Central Armed Forces. Okay, so if you are a CAPF, that is Central Armed Forces son or daughter, who at the time of joining of CAPF service had declared the hometown as a place in the state of Karnataka, Proof of such domicile have been obtained by obtaining the extract information from the record office of CAPF where the parent service record are maintained. Further, the candidate should have passed the qualifying examination anywhere in India. So if you are a son or daughter of Central Armed Police Force and you have studied your 12th in anywhere in India, but your parents have claimed that their hometown is in Karnataka, any place, then also you are eligible. Okay. So yes, so students, these were the eligibility criteria for, there are almost clause A to O. So I hope you have understood that. Please note down this and just let me know in the comment section which clause you are you belong to. And as I've shown you, before you fill the registration form for KCET, it is very important to be ready with the documents required for clause. Okay, so in my next video I'll be speaking about the documents. So if you are excited for that video, do let me know in the comment section. That document video is important, because if your documents are not ready, then you will not be eligible even if you satisfy the criteria. To prove this criteria, documents is very important. So what documents are required, what is the format of the documents, what conditions should be maintained. So these all things also we can make video and we can discuss about that. So if you find that this can help you, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, thank you for watching and all the very best.